Let's begin with a drum set. Listen for an explosive live sound. The snare should be crisp and the cymbals should ring.
I admire you when my living has a limit of desire to keep it going. I'm just knowing that my time with you makes a difference. I'm feeling when I vibe with you. They can't divide us two. We got a bond like 007, right? Even on Devil's Night, you show me what the heavens like. Go ahead and spread your light, though I can barely see. I know you're there with me, my personal therapy. Some days I wish I was more like you. Your certainty, your attitude. Keep doing what you're doing, I ain't mad at you. I'm just wishing that I had that too. Some days I wish I was more like you. Your certainty, your attitude. Keep doing what you're doing, I ain't mad at you. Just to know you, I'm glad I do. I want you to view yourself the way you see me. When you're feeling alone, I'll be a sanctuary. Yeah, I want you to view yourself the way you see me. When you're feeling alone, I'll be a sanctuary. You inspire me. Look at you crazy when you tell me you admire me. Not an example for anybody to try to be. We'll call you bluff, but I know you wouldn't lie to me. Just a surprise to me. We got a bond tight. No one can come between. I have respect for you. You have your love for me. And that's enough for me. All I need to get by. Let me be the method to your Mary J. Blige. So many times I felt defeated. You always know the right thing to say for when I need it. I wanna do the same thing for you to keep it even. You can call me anytime. You don't ever need a reason. I'm right here with you. Never could forget you. All the things that we've been through, everything we went through. Hey, none of it was simple, but I'm right here with you. Some days I wish I was more like you. Your certainty, your attitude. Keep doing what you're doing, I ain't mad at you. I'm just wishing that I had that too. Some days I wish I was more like you. Your certainty, your attitude. Keep doing what you're doing, I ain't mad at you. Just to know you, I'm glad I do. I want you to view yourself the way you see me. When you're feeling alone, I'll be a sanctuary. Yeah, I want you to view yourself the way you see me. When you're feeling alone, I'll be a sanctuary.
Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
We no, we can continue the conversation. People have been watching the show long enough. We're talking about humanizing pets, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
So you're gonna get your dog some booties?
Maybe not. We'll see.
Okay.
I'm a first time owner, so
What kind of dog you have?
I have. That's a really good question. It's a very pretty dog.
So you don't know.
It's a mix of a golden retriever mixed with something else. I'm not sure what something else is. When I take her to the dog park, everybody's asking me like, "What kind of dog this is?" And I'm like, "Well,
A special one.
these people have dogs. They should kind of recognize what kind of dog I have, and they can't."
Okay.
So
You have a dog?
I don't. I have a cat named Panther.
Panther. Oh, okay. All right. Strong, powerful name.
Yeah.
Is it black?
It is. It's a tuxedo.
Okay.
So he is mostly black, and then the white in the front.
Nice. All right. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is 8:05 a.m. We started off talking about pets. What a cool show for you guys today. You are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. And our guests today are my dear friends Mireya Luna and Gabriela Bautista of First National Bank of Omaha. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Curtis, wait a minute. Hold on. Weren't they just on Buenos Dias, Aurora, yesterday? Yes, they were. They were delivering good news and resources to you in Spanish, and now we're going to have that same message today in English as well. How you ladies doing?
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Wonderful. Yeah.
All right.
Even better now that we know it's not going to be negative tomorrow.
Right.
Yes. I'm pleasantly surprised now.
Yep.
It's like, oh, okay.
So for those who are just figuring that out, the ribbon cutting and the grand opening for the First National Bank of Omaha office in downtown Aurora is tomorrow
Yes.
from noon till 7 p.m.
Yes.
Noon to 7.
So it's a ribbon cutting, but it's also an open house. So we're inviting everybody in the community to come and visit us, have a taco. We're going to have a taco bar, and not just tacos. I think we're having some other stuff, right?
We're having guacamole, chips, small dishes, and churros.
Churros, aguas frescas, jamaica, and horchata. And now that I know it's not going to be negative 5 degrees, because I was thinking, oh my God, we need something warm.
Right.
We might still have coffee or something, or tea.
Oh, yeah.
But so we want to welcome everybody to come and visit us, learn a little bit more about the services we have, and participate in the raffles, get a little gift. We're going to have all kinds of prizes. And then at the end of the night, we're going to raffle. This was your idea, Gabby.
A frame TV. For those of you that haven't seen one, it's really nice. It just makes it look like you have a frame, like a piece of art living in your living room or wherever you're hanging it up. But it's very chic, very slick.
Okay. A
why
frame
not?
TV.
Frame
All right.
TV.
All right. How big is the TV?
55 inches.
Oh, dang.
Oh,
So whoever wins, that's going to be the player.
Yes.
And you don't have to be present to win.
Okay.
So
That's the
you can
best
come, get some tacos, get some churros, sign up for the raffle, and then if you win, we'll give you a call.
All right. All right. Where's the office going to be at?
So best place.
140 South River Street Plaza,
Okay.
Suite 112.
Suite 112.
Yes.
So that's to the left of McCarty Mills.
McCarty Mills. Yeah,
All
we're
right.
just two doors down from them. So
Right.
Yeah,
super
right,
close.
right across the street from the library.
Okay.
So you
All
can't
right.
miss it.
As we mentioned last week, I think River Street's going to be the street in the next 5 years, 5 or 10 years. I really think that's going to be the main happening drag down in Aurora.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff's going on River Street.
Yeah. And you know what I would like to see across the street from the building? There's an empty lot.
Yeah,
It would be amazing if we had a beautiful garden.
that would. Yeah,
or
that's
a
right.
park.
Yep.
And not to compete with bigger cities like Chicago or New York, but I'm like, New York and Chicago and other big cities have a beautiful park in the center of the city. It's like, we have the space. Why can't we?
Yeah, that and so the city owns that land, and for those of you trying to vision that is you go down River Street, so where Jimmy John's is, basically from that across the street corner point to the drive-through where the bookmobile parks is all empty open space. It could be a very nice park right there, adjacent to Lake Street.
Yes, yeah. So I imagine, a beautiful garden where people can go and take pictures, because we have so many venues there where people have weddings and other kinds of big events. So it would be really cool to have that. So if anybody in City Hall is listening,
Right.
please consider that.
Holla. So First National Bank of Omaha. Now it has, from what I understand, there's 2 branches or 2 locations. There's a Sandwich and an Oswego. Are those the only 2 right now?
No, we have over 10.
Over 10. Okay.
Yes. So our bank is, for those of you who have never heard of First National Bank of Omaha, or FNBO, we are the largest privately owned bank in the country and oldest. It's been around for 165 years.
Wow.
So here in Illinois, we have about 10 branches, and they are mostly located out west. So Oswego, Sugar Grove, Yorkville, DeKalb, Sandwich, McHenry County, Rockford, all of that area.
Okay. All right.
But this will be the first office in Aurora.
Okay. How long have you ladies been with First National Bank of Omaha?
Well,
Can we call it FNBO? Can we call it FNBO for this
FNBO.
conversation?
FNBO.
FNBO?
FNBO.
FNBO?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay, so I have been with FNBO for almost 5 months. I'm going on 5 months now.
Okay.
I started out in June. Right before that, I was working at the VNA as a family case manager
Okay.
for 8.5 years. And then someone here reached out to me and she said, well, we're looking to expand and we need someone, not necessarily with experience, but who is willing to train, to
Right.
learn, and who has some community connections or
Okay.
that. So yes, here I am.
All right. And this 5 months that you've been here, what have you learned that you didn't know?
Oh my goodness, so much.
Bless you.
Anything about credit, just how credit works, buying a home. 2 years ago, I was in the market for buying a home, and I had no idea. I mean, I would just say yes to whatever my realtor or the lender would say. I had no idea that you could shop around, you could talk to other people, what mortgage insurance even is, and just with these almost 5 months with FNBO, I've learned all of that, and I have been able to buy my own home.
Good. Congratulations. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Mareya, how long have you been with FNBO?
I've been with FNBO for now 5 years.
Wow.
It feels like it was just yesterday, but and I came to FNBO the same way Gabby came. I was working for the city of Aurora, and prior to that, I had worked at Family Focus for 10 years.
Right.
So my background was mostly in the nonprofit sector, community work, and the bank was looking for a person like that. Because, and we'll explain a little bit more about the work we do, but most of our work is focusing on providing resources, services, and assistance to our community so they can become homeowners. And so, yeah, I was recruited to come and join, and I really like the mission of First National Bank because even though it is a for-profit bank, it doesn't have the culture of a corporate bank.
What do you mean by that?
It's very community-centered. We focus mostly on empowering our customers, empowering our communities, because we know that that has a cycle effect, right? So if people are doing good, then businesses do good as well.
Right. Okay. Very interesting. So banks, or First National Bank, kind of wanted to take that approach to be more community oriented and brought you in. Is that something that banks deal with typically? Like, do they typically want to shed the image that they have?
I don't know, to be honest, because I don't know of any other bank who does this. When I came on board, one of the purposes of my role was to do community education around financial literacy. And we still do that. So we partner with community organizations, schools, churches, nonprofits to be able to put together these workshops. And every time we met with an organization or an institution, we always heard, man, this is the first time we hear a bank doing this.
Right.
So for me, since I'm new to banking, been there for 5 years, and I only been at FNBO, so this is all I know. Okay. I'm not sure if other banks are as involved as we are.
What do you like most about what you do?
Gabriela.
Well, I mean, I can start with that. I want to say just being able to help people, because I came from nonprofit, and being able to give someone the keys to their house and finally become a homeowner it's such a precious moment. So being able to empower them, being able to give them what they need, as like with me before, I had no idea. Some people come up to us the same way. So just being able to give you that information, that education, and then now now you have these you have this knowledge, and now if you decide to go buy a second home, or in the future, more homes, or even your kids, your family members, now they will know through you.
Right.
So I think it's a combination of, yes, ultimately getting them their home, but also empowering them along the way.
Okay. And what are the hours of operation that you ladies will be having with the new office?
Well, we have the standard 9 to 5,
Okay.
but if a customer says, you know what, I can't, I work, and usually those are work hours, we
Right.
can meet with them in the evening, or on a Saturday
Okay.
if they need to, by appointment. Just let us know and we'll make it happen. We are very flexible, especially now in downtown Aurora. We don't have to drive to Sugar Grove
Right.
to meet with someone. We can just do it here.
Yeah, I was thinking, because you ladies will be, well, you'll be right around the corner from us.
Yes.
We're right around the corner. I mean, we're like 218 feet away from you. So I encourage, and we've tried to take the point to encourage people to come out, visit, and see. And if you have any flyers, our window at the studio downtown, we can put your stuff up there. That's become like a nice bulletin board for folks. I see people walking past all the time with their phones out. So anyone with any information can get it there. The time is 8:16 a.m. Good morning, Valeria Loera. William Miller III at Josue Pais. He says a dog park would be cool in that open lot where we're talking about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. You can have Panther out there. And what's your dog's name?
You ready for it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, because
Oh,
I have a
gosh.
very unique name. My daughter has a unique name. So I wanted to make sure the dog had a very unique name. Her name is Metzley.
Metzley.
Yes.
Okay. Metzley. I like
Yes. So if you're wondering what it means moon or Luna. But at the dog park, everybody's dog is Luna.
that.
Yeah, very common dog name. So we wanted to name her Luna because that's my last name. So we chose Metzley, which is Luna or moon in Nahuatl. Nahuatl is the language of the Aztecs.
Okay. All right. See, we learning. Look at that. We got culture. We got
Yeah.
bank information for you. The time is 8:17. So I want to talk about I-10 numbers. What is an I-10 number, and how can anyone with an I-10 number benefit from any products or services that FNBO may have?
Well, the I-10 is an individual tax identification number.
All right.
And that is issued for people who don't have a valid social security number. The I-10 is issued by the IRS, so people without a social can file income taxes.
Right.
And we know that over 11 million people file taxes every year with this I-10.
Okay.
And so now we came up with a product to be able to serve folks who have an I-10. It requires a 20% down payment, and I guess we can go into talking about our other programs. So we have a grant that we give. It's $4,000 of assistance that can be used toward down payment or closing costs. So when people apply with the I-10, they do have to put 20% down, but we give them $4,000 that can cover their closing costs. Does that make sense a little bit? The I-10 conversation we can be here for 2 hours.
It's a whole
It's
session.
very
Yeah.
complex.
Okay. So anyone who's interested specifically in that, they should just reach out to you and mention that they need the resources regarding I-10.
Yes.
Okay. when it comes to the I-10, and as a member of a community who has not had to deal with that, has that been a rather a barrier, or has that been something that people have been reluctant to talk about or come in and ask about?
No, I think people are very open. There's other lenders who offer products like this.
Okay.
So, whenever we're out in the community, that's the first question. Not the first question, but people are very interested in knowing, do you lend to people who only have the I-10?
Okay. All right. Interesting. Besides that grant, what other interesting products and services do you guys offer?
The Road to Home.
Road to Home.
All right.
Road to Home is a loan, a conventional loan, that requires only 3% down, no mortgage insurance.
Okay.
And it comes with also $4,000 of assistance from the bank. We do require a minimum of 580 credit score, but the higher the better.
Right.
It is restricted to certain areas in Kane County, like Aurora, Elgin, and Carpentersville, and then a small pocket of DeKalb too.
Okay. Why is it restricted to those specific locations?
Well,
It's part of our community reinvestment efforts. So we're trying to focus on low and moderate income areas, because we know that those specific areas we want to increase home ownership in those specific areas to help revitalize those areas. So we created this program especially to encourage home ownership in those specific census tracts.
And I've heard you ladies mention it 3 times. It sounds self-explanatory, but for the benefit of the listeners, what is mortgage insurance?
That's a very good question, because sometimes that gets confused with homeowners insurance. Homeowners insurance is the insurance that protects the home in case of a fire, or if there's something else, wind or damage or anything. Homeowners mortgage insurance protects the mortgage, but it only benefits the bank. So I know it's like, what?
Right.
Why do I have to pay for it?
Good to know these things, though.
Yeah, but it allows people to be able to buy a home without having to put 20% down. So, in a regular traditional loan, if you only put 3% or 3.5% or 5%, you have to pay this mortgage insurance. And in some loans, that mortgage insurance never goes away. These loans are the FHA loans that are backed by the federal government. And a conventional loan, after you pay down the 20%, then that mortgage insurance can be removed. And so the benefit of Road to Home is that you don't have that. You don't have to pay mortgage insurance.
Right.
So it allows you to either buy a bigger home, or your payment is lower, because mortgage insurance can be pricey. The premium of the insurance is tied to how much you put down, the type of loan, and your credit score.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Wow. That's so mortgage insurance as opposed to homeowners insurance. Yeah. What's the website for FNBO?
FNBO.com.
Yes. Hit Control 5.
FNBO.com.
Could have just guessed that. Take me to a personal commercial, please, ladies and gentlemen. FNBO.com. Gabriel, would you be so kind as to put that in the chat for people? And mortgage insurance and homeowners insurance is on the website? Or can they find out about that on there? Yeah,
I don't know if we really have that specifically, because that's more, once you're in the process, that's something that we explain.
Okay. All right. So I do have a couple of local news items to deliver to our great listeners. Valeria says, congratulations on the opening of the new FNBO branch in Aurora. Yes, come on out tomorrow from noon to 7 p.m. There's going to be food, churros, guacamole, smiles and faces, tacos, and all kinds of good stuff. It'll be happening all dang day. Okay, I have your winter information. If you guys are looking for some fun taking place, I got a lot to tell you guys about. Art and Market Aurora is happening this Saturday, It'll also be taking place December 10th and 17th. All dates and times are going to be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Society 57. Society 57 is located on the corner of River and Benton, right across from the public library and right down the street from where these ladies are going to be having the new office. An indoor holiday market is back at Society 57 for all 3 fall dates, and that's free to enter. Winter Lights is going to be this Friday from 6 to 9 p.m. That's going to be a fun time. Tree lighting, and then they're going to do reindeer and Santa and Mrs. Claus, I think, are going to be coming and having a good time hanging out. Gabriel Bradford will be, what are you going to be?
I'll be Rudolph.
He'll be Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer,
Nice.
who had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. Cocoa Crawl is going to be Friday, December 2nd from 5 to 9 p.m. The mugs are now on sale. I heard that they were sold out some places. If any of our listeners can let us know where to get your mug, please put that in the chat for us. Buy a mug and a button to participate in this year's Cocoa Crawl on Friday the 2nd in downtown Aurora. Last year, if you paid a little bit extra, you could go to places where they got, like, Kahlua, something like that. Put that in your little spice. Right. I haven't seen that posted yet, so hopefully we can find out where the Kahlua station is. Santa at the Gazebo is going to be the next day on Saturday, December 3rd December 3rd and 10th from 1 to 3 p.m. Santa at the Gazebo was a lot of fun last year. He was there with Mrs. Claus. He'll be there this time with a free photo for you to download. So that'll be really nice for the kids. And new this year, to coincide with Chris Kendall Market at Riverbridge Park, Aurora Downtown is featuring the Downtown Holiday Trolley on Saturdays from noon to 3:30 p.m. from the 19th this weekend to December 17th. The trolley, generously sponsored by Invest Aurora, will make 4 stops while making a loop through downtown Aurora, beginning and ending at the Aurora Transportation Center on Broadway. This holiday season, businesses in downtown Aurora will be decorating their windows with the theme Holidays Around the World. That sounds like a really nice thing. Thank you very much to Marissa Amoni, who's the manager of Aurora Downtown. For more information, you can text 630-674-2099 for more information. Where will you ladies be? Are you going to be hanging out for December lights and all this cool stuff?
Yeah, probably. We're going to be participating in the Cocoa Crawl.
Yes, I did sign us up for that. So
okay.
We are going to be participating.
So the office will be a location.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so it'll be good. Mireya has an amazing recipe, homemade recipe of hot cocoa.
Okay,
the pressure's on.
And maybe some other things.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll give other things too. But yeah, I mean, we do hope to, once the open house is over, we can start decorating our window, just make it more festive and be with the theme of what was it, around the world?
Yeah, it's let me see here, holidays around the world.
Holidays around the world. Sounds good.
Yeah, we'll have to come up
All
with
right.
something. Yeah, we're excited.
The time is 8:27 a.m. Typically, when you ladies in the clients that you do meet who reach out to you, are you meeting people who are a novice at the home buying process, or do you meet people who have some type of knowledge and they're seeking, to be coached or counseled?
So most of our customers are first-time home buyers.
Okay.
And that's the target population that we're always seeking, because one of our goals in the bank is to be able to increase homeownership, right? So yeah, I would say maybe 75% of the people we see are buying a house for first time, and the others are buying either a second home, an investment property, or they're just moving to a bigger house or a smaller.
Okay. And what is the housing market like in Aurora?
Well, right now it's tough. Rates have been increasing significantly since the beginning of the year. Prices still are high, and inventory is low. But when people say, "Is this a good time to buy?" I always say, if you need a home, it is a good time to buy.
Right.
Because buying your own home, it's an investment for you, for your family, and it actually has a ripple effect across the community when you increase home ownership, especially in the low and moderate income areas. So in the long run, it's a better investment than continue renting.
Okay.
Even though rates are high, but rates eventually will drop, and then people can take advantage of refinancing and getting a lower rate.
Okay. What is your message for anyone trying to increase their credit? And do you help with people and their credit scores?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Well, luckily we have this amazing partnership with an organization located right in this building.
Oh, what's it
the
called?
Financial Empowerment Center.
Yes,
So the neighbor-
Lord. Set them up.
Through the neighbor project.
Mhm.
Well, usually we meet with them, and if we do pull their credit, and we go over what's in it, if there are any collections, any debts, any of that, any
Right.
inquiries. We try to cover all of that. But then if they need more information, more one-on-one counseling, we do refer them here to the Financial Empowerment Center. They can work one-on-one with a counselor, and it's free. So you don't have to pay anyone to repair your credit.
That's right.
You can just come here, talk to one of us or one of the counselors from the Financial Empowerment Center.
That's right. And for more information, you can call 630-906-9400. And the other number, I don't know it off the top of my head, but we'll put that in the chat for you great people later on. You can also reach out to Paul Dominguez, Francisco Robinson, Curtis Spivey, Valeria Loera, or Ruth Ramos. Everybody got you covered. It's like a team, right?
Yeah,
Is it?
it is. Because it takes a village, really,
It
to
does.
be able to buy a house.
I've actually met with customers here that sometimes Francisco refers to me.
Yep.
And just to make it easier, sometimes the transportation is not not there.
Right.
So we've come here a couple of times to meet with customers. So it's lovely. I mean,
Right.
We're here in Aurora.
We're trying to do. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Okay. No, go ahead.
We're trying to, in the vein of it takes a village. I think for a lot of people, wraparound services, right? It's catching a person here, and if you can't help them, it's passing them off to someone who can. That's the benefit of community partners.
Absolutely, and we're all about that. FNBO it really pushes to build a strong community support for customers. But I wanted to mention about the credit.
Yes.
So, our Road to Home loan program, and I think you mentioned this.
Yes.
We can go as low as 580 on a credit score, and that's unheard of for a conventional loan. 580, no mortgage insurance, and on top of that, we have the $4,000 grant that people can access. And well, since we're talking about grants, I want to mention that one of the barriers that people have towards obtaining homeownership is down payment, not having enough funds to be able to buy a house. The city of Aurora has a down payment assistance program that provides either $3,000 or $5,000 depending on where they purchase, but they can pair that up with the $4,000 that we give. So don't let that be a barrier. If you don't have 20% down or even 3% down, give us a call. We're able to connect you with the right resources. And that's just one of them.
Right. I was gonna say, and also the processing fee is $995 normally, $995. And for this loan program and certain zip codes, we do waive them. So that's almost $1,000 more.
Right.
That they don't have to come up with.
That they get. Yes. But you ask what's the tip or something we tell people with low credit scores. I always tell people, if you want to improve your credit, one thing always to do, well, there's two things. You want to always make your payments on time and keep your credit card balances low.
Okay.
If you can work towards that, you're going to see an improvement in your credit score.
All right. Good information, good tips. The time is 8:33 a.m. You are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Karina Suarez Darden, good morning to you.
Hi,
All of
Karina.
our friends. What? Hey, this is Resource Day.
Uh-huh.
Valeria says FNBO has amazing programs. Michael Rayford, good morning to you. Everyone should have their money team. Lawrence Batoya, good morning. And Cindy Morales. Hello, Cindy Morales. Get to know Cindy Morales, our friend of Cups Bra Drive. She does amazing work in the community. And Valeria says that you two ladies will be here for our Pictures with Santa event on December 3rd.
Yes.
It's going to be on and popping. Good Morning Aurora will be here as well.
Yeah.
I know you're thinking like, how's that gonna happen? Just watch, bruh. Just watch. So what will you will you ladies be here with vendor participation set up on that
Yes.
day? Okay.
Yes, and I think we're sponsoring the cocoa and some sweets, some pastries.
Okay. All right. What does it take? What all the events that you do? You're building a new office in downtown Aurora. What events will you have out of there? Will that be a regular place for events and regular like calendar items?
Yeah, so mostly is to meet with customers.
Okay.
But we do have a very large conference room where we're going to be able to host workshops, financial literacy workshops.
Okay. What programs and services are limited only to Aurora and purchasing homes in Aurora?
So it's the road to home. It's not specifically to Aurora because we also serve Elgin and Carpentersville and parts of DeKalb for that particular program. But the city of Aurora, like I mentioned, the down payment is specifically just for the city of Aurora.
Aha, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But for those people who want to buy outside the city of Aurora limits, or maybe in the township of Aurora, there is the state program that can give you $6,000.
What's the name of that program?
It's the Illinois Housing Development Authority, or IDA. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
And that's for anywhere in the state.
Anywhere in the state.
Okay. What does anyone? What should they have ready for the first time home buyer? And I do have a question too after this about home buying traditionally and populations. Maybe I'll ask that now. Why have homeownership rates been low amongst communities of color?
Well, the main reason was there's several factors. The main one is lack of information. And really not having the right information about how much money I need to purchase the home, and is my credit score enough, right? So with the road to home, we wanted to address those barriers that people have. So the credit score being 580, access to a grant, not having mortgage insurance so that I can allow them to be able to buy a more affordable home. So I think those are the main barriers that people have. Lack of information and lack of resources. So not knowing that you can purchase a home with assistance.
Okay. Is this information on the city's website too?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Any of their their down payment assistance?
Yes. Oh yeah, the
like
down
that?
payment assistance is in the city of Aurora. It's called Choose Aurora.
Choose Aurora.
That's the down payment assistance program. Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Karina's here. She says, "Hey, Mireya and Gabby, you guys are amazing. Keep up the great work."
Oh, thank you. You too, Karina.
So Thursday, tomorrow's the day.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Is the office set up?
We are very excited. We are more than ready.
Okay.
Yes.
And I also forgot to mention that we're gonna have live music by this very creative and talented artist. His name is Octavio Escalante. And we're excited to come in and see him because he's really good.
Yes.
All right. Who did the cooking?
Oh.
So people can know what they're trying.
We've been debating with his
name, but I mean, we have to let people know the name of the caterer or taqueria sería
Bien chingón.
Bien chingón.
Bien chingón. Okay. What does that mean?
Like
good something, right?
Like really cool, but
it's so
very
good,
colloquial.
Okay, all right.
But
Bien chingón.
It just means that it's so good.
It's
So if you know, you know, right? basically.
Yeah, I'm sure Spanish speaking
Yeah.
audience will.
Yes. They're gonna know. Yes.
Okay. What else do you ladies want people to know about? Because you're coming onto a brand new space, in a space that has a lot more opportunity for new spaces to come there. So you will be the newest addition on a hot street. What do you want people to know about yourselves and FNBO when they come? I mean, what's the pitch for people to come and choose FNBO as opposed to another bank?
Right. Well, besides having really great programs and affordable fees and really competitive rates, we're very focused on empowering people.
Okay.
Right? Very community focused. So, the service that we provide, we're bilingual. And the office, yes, we're going to be seeing people for mortgage, but we are a full service bank. So wealth, commercial lending, personal banking, all of those services, people can meet with one of our representatives in those different departments that we have. And we want to expand in the community. So we're starting with just an office, but the goal is to eventually have a full service branch.
Okay. All right. And you ladies are loan officers.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Community mortgage lenders.
Community mortgage lenders.
Yeah, we like to call ourselves
Community, yeah.
mortgage lenders.
What was the journey to become a community mortgage lender for anyone who's interested in doing what you do?
Well, we kind of took a different road than the traditional route that most people take. I was recruited, and then Gabi was recruited because of our nonprofit background.
Okay.
Because the focus of this position is to, again, empower people, help the community, and then provide these resources and these workshops. So yes, we want to make loans and we want to increase home ownership, but we also want to make sure that we connect people to the right resources in order for them to achieve their financial goals. And that's why we partner with the Neighbor Project and other institutions so people can access the resources that they need. But I guess, I don't know, if somebody wanted to be a mortgage lender, I would say maybe they can, if they work for a bank, they can start as a teller and then work themselves up to something else. There's other brokers that might be
sponsoring.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or even, well, how does one become an assistant, LOA?
Yeah, I guess yeah.
Right,
We wish we had more information on that, but it's
is
like,
FNBO hiring?
We are hiring.
Okay.
Yes, we are hiring. So we're always looking for tellers and talent for the different departments that we have. So visit our website. I'm sure you can get more information there. But if you are a loan officer and are looking to work with an incredible bank, we are hiring experienced loan officers.
All right. The time is 8:42 a.m. You're listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Gabriel Bradford, would you take me to a commercial, please? Valeria said, yeah, bien chingon is hard to translate. Y'all might have to just Google that. Okay, so here's two important pieces of information in the realm of what we're talking about. Right now, IDA has two programs going on. One is court-based rental assistance. The second is mortgage assistance. So the ILHAF, Illinois Homeowners Assistance Fund, has reopened, and it goes until, if I'm not mistaken, Valeria can correct me on this too, I think it goes until the end of January next year. That's the deadline. I believe it's January 31st at midnight. It's up to $60,000 per household. The money can be used to pay delinquent mortgage payments, property taxes, and homeowner insurance and or flood insurance as well. Eligibility, it's a federally funded program to assist homeowners who are at risk of default, foreclosure, or displacement due to financial hardship caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. What to do? Glad you asked. Contact the Neighbor Project at 630-9400 for instructions on how to complete the ILHAF application. We will walk you through it. You can also go to our website, which is www.neighborproject.us. If you have Instagram, send a DM. Facebook, you can DM us as well. Now here's court-based rental assistance. For this, you must be in a court eviction proceeding and have experienced financial hardship due to COVID-19. All qualify regardless of immigration status. For more information, once again, contact the Neighbor Project at 630-906-9400. The next piece of information I have for you is our friends of Simply Home Health have, this is all in Spanish, so let's put me on the spot. Loteria. This is going to be November 18th and December 16th at the Fox Valley Frisco Center, 150 West Illinois Avenue from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Live music and an opportunity to share your personal story. Para más información, for more information, you can call Rosalinda at 630-291-1162. Whew. I did it. Right? Yay! Thanks, guys. Fisher Price, my first translation. Jennifer Ryan Mayton, good morning to you. The time is 8:45 a.m. So, what did we miss? We talked about credit scores. A credit score of at least 580. We talked about the grant and down payment assistance for the city of Aurora. That's $3,000 to $5,000, correct? And the I-10 number, or excuse me, the I-10 assistance, correct?
Yeah, so it's like a mortgage loan for people who have I-10.
Okay, and the I-10 is for people with no social security number.
Correct.
All right. So we are looking to do. I want to do more and more workshops here. We're already starting to do things, but the plan is to have, one of my plans is to have an event a month here. Could First National Bank commit to an event a month?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
They didn't give a brother an office here yet. That's why we're sitting here. But, I think we can make some great things happen up in here.
Absolutely. We just partnered with VNA.
Okay.
We did a series of workshops on financial literacy, budgeting, credit, the home buying process. And starting next month in December, we're going to partner with the Aurora Public Library.
Okay.
We're going to have another series of workshops once a month. So we start with the basics, budgeting, how to reduce debt, how to manage your money a little better. And I know that budgeting can be scary and can be overwhelming, but we like to provide very practical tips on what people can do to really start budgeting and managing their money.
What are those tips? Let's kick it off right now.
Okay.
I know somebody in the chat looking like, oh my gosh,
Well, I want to leave some suspense and come to the workshop. I love giving practical tips because I implement those consejos, I was going to say consejos, these tips to be able to manage my own money personally. But one of them is to open several checking accounts to manage certain expenses.
Okay.
What does that mean? Well, one checking account for your housing, one checking account for your transportation, car payment, insurance, that kind of thing. Another for other expenses that you might have. And then use direct deposit into those accounts and then auto pay from those accounts. So the money comes into the account automatically, leaves the account automatically, and you're not worrying about, did I make the payment on time? Do I have enough money in that account? So setting up the accounts and setting up how much money goes in there can be tricky at first, but once you have that set up, you can go to sleep and not worry about it.
Aha, okay.
Yeah. But more to come when we have these workshops.
Okay. And you said the first one is next month.
Next month, I can't think of the date yet, but please visit the Aurora Public Library website or check us out on Facebook. If you're not following Gabi or myself, Mireya Luna, on Facebook, you can follow my page and we put that information out there.
And I looked yesterday. There isn't there's a FNBO page for Sandwich, and there's one for Oswego. Is there going to be one for Aurora? Because when I tried to wrote up yesterday's episode and everything, like I found the Sandwich location in Oswego and then Nebraska.
Okay.
Maybe that is a good point to bring
Maybe,
up.
yeah. I usually just post on my FNBO Mireya Luna page.
Okay.
So yeah, if you search my name on Facebook, my page comes up.
Okay. Is there an Instagram for FNBO yet?
No,
No?
not
Okay.
yet.
Not for this particular one. I mean, I do follow the just overall.
The general FNBO, yes,
Okay.
but not for our office or personal.
Right, we need to get a local one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was looking and it was a couple of I could find you ladies, but when it came to like the actual business and everything, again, it was just like Sandwich and Oswego, so I didn't know who to really tag in and everything like that.
Okay, we'll look into that.
Okay.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm sure we do. Yeah, I think we have a general FNBO Instagram page for sure.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I'm
I-
surprised that specific branches have their own.
Yeah,
Right.
I asked because, as you know, with your interview going back a year ago, like people reach out to us
Yes.
in many different ways and places.
Yes.
Like yesterday in the chat, Dan
Yes.
Barrero, donde es, that kind of thing.
Right.
So I like to make sure that any question I can either send a link or tell a person to just click the button, kind of thing.
Yeah, no, that makes it much easier.
Now, here's where the conversation gets colorful.
Mm-hmm.
Mireya, you and I have kind of the same story. We do. There was a man by the name of Rick Guzman who kind of put the first little sprinkle of
Yes.
something good in our lives, right? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if this is public knowledge, but I guess it's okay to share. So I worked for the city of Aurora, and my current manager sits on the board of the Neighbor Project. And Rick Guzman was connected to the Neighbor Project at the time, and he had met with my manager, and my manager said, "Hey, we're looking for a person, but we don't want somebody who's experienced in banking. We want somebody who has experience working in the community." So Rick Guzman thought that I would be a good match and connected me with my manager, and here I am.
Now, I wanted to bring that up because I was a volunteer with the Neighbor Project for a long time before they merged and became the Neighbor Project, actually.
So you were with the Emmanuel House or just
I was a volunteer for
corporation?
Emmanuel House. It was Emmanuel
okay.
House, yep. And then they merged, and unbeknownst to me, I was like, okay, now it's Neighbor Project. But Rick Guzman needed there was a thing called the CLI, the Community Leadership Institute, and it was in Chicago. And the purpose of that was to, find someone in the organization who could benefit from what the organization is doing. And I was a volunteer. Like, I wasn't a staff. He could have sent anyone on earth to go to that, but he sent me, and that changed my life.
That's incredible.
And here I am.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring that up
Yeah.
because you're doing good stuff.
Oh, thank you. Thank
You're doing
you.
good,
I'm
big things,
excited.
big
Yeah,
things, and
yeah.
I'm glad to work with
Yeah.
you and work closer and closer with you.
Likewise. Well, it is part of my personal mission too, to be able to give back to the community, to help others.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, when we're about to die, we want to look back, and personally, I want to look back and see, oh, what did I do with my life?
Right.
And I want to feel good that I was able to help people.
Right. Absolutely. All right. The time is 8:52. This was a good episode.
Yeah.
See, I love doing this. Valeria says you are. So thank you,
Okay.
Valeria.
Thank you, Valeria.
Valeria's been a really good friend to me here too.
Yeah.
I want to plug in the Aurora Financial Empowerment Center because, as has been mentioned in this episode, Gabriela and Mireya partner closely with us and the rest of the team here. We're at 712 South River Street here in Aurora, right around the corner from the Hesed House. Our hours of 8 to 5 p.m. We can help you, and all the courses and coaching are free of charge, provided by the city of Aurora. We appreciate that work. The Neighbor Project is at 630-906-9400, 32 South Broadway. My office is open anytime you need us. All right, the time is 8:53. Raquel Orta is here. Raquel Orta, she tuning in. Good to see you. Mireya Luna, congratulations to you.
Oh.
Rachel's Decorations. So I'm going to be there tomorrow to see you ladies for the grand opening.
Yes.
I will stop by, say hi to y'all.
Yes.
Things are looking really good down there on River Street, so I support you ladies and what you do.
Yeah.
I do have a question for you. What do you want people to, for the person who is, currently struggling right now? Because as we know, like I mentioned with the programs, like there's people who are coming out of COVID in perhaps a worse place than they were when they went in. What would you like them to know about yourselves and the bank?
Well, I've been talking so much. Go ahead.
Thank you. No, it's okay. Well, I would say, don't hesitate to reach out for help, or to ask even, because there are a lot of resources out there. Sometimes we think, no, I'm not going to be eligible, or they're not going to give it to me. There's so many other people in maybe worse situations, so why me? Reach out. It doesn't hurt to ask, and you never know what comes out of that. There's a lot of support in the community, a lot of resources, not just from the city, but other organizations. So and FNBO is one of them.
What's the number for FNBO that you can be reached at?
Well, we currently work with our cell phones. So
okay.
Here's my cell phone. It's 708-770-5934. It's just easier for people to be able to reach us there
directly.
Send a text message like, hey, can I stop by today, and check in.
All right. All right.
Yeah. And my number is 630-470-2941, and we'll put that information in the chat too, so people can find us. And just to piggyback on what Gavi said, one of the barriers towards homeownership, as I mentioned earlier, is lack of information, right? So being able to reach out and for us to be able to provide that information and connect them to the right resources, because like I said, you don't need that much money to be able to buy a house. If you have a low credit score, you can still buy a home. You just need to be connected to the right people and the right information.
The show ends on a positive note. What is the message today from you ladies to the whole city of Aurora?
Well, I want to just extend the invitation to come out to the open house and grand opening tomorrow, so they can learn more about ourselves, the services, take advantage of the tacos, the churros, the prices. And we're going to be there all day, so you can come after work or before work or during work, whatever works for them.
All right. Okay.
Yes. Same. We're going to have a good time tomorrow. It's not, you don't have to sign up for anything. There is no, you have to sign up for a mortgage or for a consultation tomorrow. No, just come out, have a good time, get to know us. We'll talk a little bit, and then enjoy the food, enjoy the music that we're going to have.
Congratulations on a brand new office opening. I wish you ladies much success down there on River Street, and I'm glad that we can work together to help people here in the city of Aurora. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, be there tomorrow from noon to 7 p.m., 140 South River Street, Suite 112, right across from the Aurora Public Library. And Good Morning Aurora will return to you on Friday with another great episode. All the information we talked about today can be found at www.fnbo.com. Take care of yourself and each other.